Welcome to another episode of the amazing podcast, Stop Crying Poser, the greatest podcast of the month as voted by Kevin the Hitman Bacon. Who do we have here in the chat? OG Mickey Blue, Raja, Scootinana Crime, Butts Bot, Demolition, Rick Saw, DX, Hockey Man, Blue Raja, Bad Sled Skaters, Princess Schlill, CQ, C the Ultimate, and maybe a couple more who aren't that fast on the fingertips. I appreciate you guys being here on Friday for the podcast, Stop Crying Poser. I have plenty of topics for you guys. I'm going to tease you with them now. I pooped my pants and I threw up at the exact same time. Stop the press. This is big news, people. This is something that rarely happens in life. It's like seeing a grand slam for the final baseball game of the series live, and you happen to be, and you catch it. That's how rare it is to poop and barf simultaneously. Stopped gambling for a few days. We're going to talk about violence in the streets. Skateboarders are going nuts. They're truck slapping people. They're punching security guards, and we need to put a stop to it, God damn it. We're going to talk about Cinco de Mayo. I lost my internet. Sonic the Hedgehog. I saw a movie the other day about where everyone had to be quiet or else this fucking tarantula bat or whatever. What is that flying dinosaur? Pterodactyl. What did I say? Tarantula? What am I, stupid? The answer is yes. And I don't know, just some fun stuff. My voice is a little bit gone, and it's been gone for a while. Maybe I'm sick. I don't know. But I do know one thing that did not help is I was screaming all night last night. I stayed up drinking Naturdays, strawberry beer and vodka right here on Twitch. And we got a lot of big donations. You know me. You donate a little bit of money, I do something crazy. At one point, I did a front flip onto this workout ball, and I smashed my elbow into the table. I fell off the couch. We played with the dog, and I was screaming, having a great time trying to entertain the viewers. Some of you guys only come and hang out on Fridays, but we stream throughout the week. We don't have a schedule, so it's up to you guys to put on notifications. But it was a great time, and proof of that is the fact that I don't have much of a voice anymore. But whatever. I don't need a voice to read the news. First news article was submitted by Varial Reality. Apparently there's this homeless guy who's going around in subways carrying his skateboard, punching security guards, kind of for no reason. Now I want to preface this by saying I'm not against violence. Okay, violence is cool, solves a lot of problems, teaches a lot of people to kind of like stay in their lane. But I don't think violence is cool when one person didn't want the violence, right? That should not be allowed, and that should be actually punishable by law. I believe it is. In Steve-topia, if you do some dumb shit like that, you go to jail. And I feel like it's also like that in the world. But what's happening here is, I'll sum it up because I watched the video, then we'll read the article. This guy's skateboarding in the subway. An old security guard, some old man comes up to him and says, "Hey, you're not supposed to be skateboarding." And then the guy just punches the security guard hard. He's a big guy, okay? Now, the article says he's homeless, but having a home and not having a home doesn't change how much power you're able to put behind a punch, okay? Because he's a big guy. So the security guards didn't do anything. Skateboarders being violent. And it's annoying to me. Now, I'm all for it if the security guard grabs you and says, "Hey, you dumb skating bitch, what'd I tell you about skateboarding?" and then shakes you or tries to handcuff you, then yeah, beat that motherfucker's ass regardless of age, race, size, gender. Fuck him up. You want some? Come get some. Run up, get done up. God damn it. So let's read the article. Skateboarding is not allowed in Sound Transit light rail stations, and no skateboarding signs are clearly posted. However, when Chaz Robert Butler, the CRB, was told not to skateboard by two security officers, he allegedly assaulted them both, breaking one officer's dentures. Sergeant Ryan Abbott of the King County Sheriff's Office told whatever that they asked him to stop skating. He stopped skateboarding, and the second security officers turned to walk away, he'd punch them. He punched them both pretty significantly. And they caught him on camera twice. One happened on November 2nd, 2018. The next day, a security officer in the lower level of the Pioneer Square station asked the same man not to skateboard, and he was also sucker punched on the right side of his face with a closed fist. Wait a minute. Now you know they're just exaggerating, right? It's like one of those things. He sucker punched me, and it was with a closed fist. How else would he have sucker punched you? Palm strike? Fucking Boss Rutan style? Just palm to the face? Suddenly you have some fucking foreign accent? Oh, I told him to get off of me. I palm struck him, and he had a bad day. Scroll down to continue reading. Detectives compared surveillance video from both stations. Okay, if you guys want to Google this shit, the videos look exactly the same. The guy had the same skateboard, he had the same shoes, and he had the same stance, right? He only punched with the hand that was not holding the skateboard, and the punches were the exact same, like weird, like forward stepping, like kind of looping, weird, like looking at the ground punch. And it definitely was the same guy. He was released from the King County Correctional Facilities 2 days later without having to post bail. In April, Butler was charged with 2 counts of assault, thanks in part to, quote, excellent video. Now, you know what wouldn't be excellent video? If they filmed it with a VX. If they filmed any of this with a VX, this guy would be free of all charges because no one would have any idea what happened. It would look like 2 stick figures blurrily hugging. And then we have to thank God that there's cameras out there that are not as terrible as the good old-fashioned VX. What is it with skaters and loving VX? I'll never fucking know. Next article. Marijuana lounges approved by Las Vegas City Council. Now, I think back when I was a teen, we had these things here called hookah lounges. And whenever someone invited me to one of those, I unfriended them on all social media platforms because it just seems like a really lame thing to do, to go somewhere and pay money to sit down and smoke water-flavored nicotine or whatever the fuck it is. And also, you gotta put your mouth on something that everyone else's mouth is on. What the hell's going on with that? Bunch of fucking diseases just being spread by mouth and then by air, all at the hookah lounges. And for some goddamn reason, here in Las Vegas, hookah was like the coolest thing ever. You couldn't go to a party without somebody fucking coming out the kitchen with a charcoal fucking block of banana wanna bobana fucking coming out. Oh, you like banana? Yeah, we should all fucking do the hookah. And then my thing was like, dude, I thought weed was badass. Like, why aren't you guys smoking weed? Oh, dude, we're doing hookah now. What? Why? Dude, you know what? Man, you can actually mix the hookah and the weed. Yeah, but why? What's the point? Oh, dude, it just fucking makes me feel chill. For what? What do you need to feel chill for? Why don't you just go and chill out? Sit down. Smoke a cigarette. Smoke some weed. Why do you got to be over here slobbering on everybody else's fucking mouth, blowing random smoke particles? And now it's evolved into vaping. You can't go to a fucking bar or restaurant anymore. In fact, you can't even wait at a red light without seeing a fucking plume of smoke coming out of somebody's fucking car, going right into your face. So now you fucking smell peach, strawberry everywhere you fucking go. There's a bar I go to down the street. It's called Four Kegs. They have great stromboli and pizza. But on the wall it says, no smoking cloves. And cloves are these weird black cigarettes that have like a really strong odor. It was basically vaping before vaping, except instead of being able to distract somebody also like by their eyesight, you could only distract them by what they smell. So you could blow your fucking clove smoke and everyone next to the bar would go, oh, that stinks. And then your fucking entitled asshole self would be like, they smell me. Then vapes came out. Not only can they smell you, now they also can't fucking see. Blow a big cloud of fucking strawberry, peach, banana into somebody's face. They can't see, they can't smell, they can't breathe, they can't talk. And next thing you know, it's like having a superpower, right? Vapors have a superpower. It's number one, you look extremely stupid. So that's half of the superpower, because no one would ever think that you would actually have a superpower. And then suddenly, you don't have super strength, and no, you can't fly, but you can blind and take away the sense of smell from anyone around you. It's like the new Avenger that wasn't in the movie. Vape Boy. Fucking annoying. Anyways, now we have marijuana lounges. And this is something I could kind of get behind. I don't smoke weed. We did last year do a charity weed stream where I smoked weed on charity, and we donated it to autism. Maybe we'll do something like that again in the future, because that was something fun. You guys got to watch me be a little bit uncomfortable, and we got to support a good cause. And I don't know what it is about weed, but whenever people on YouTube talked about, like, see me anytime in the world, it's like, hey, dude, we should blaze. Hey, do you smoke? Hey, are you a smoker? And I'm always, maybe like 5 to 10 times a day, I type in a reply, no, I don't smoke weed. And then it becomes, why, dude? Why? And there's also this weird thing where everyone who smokes weed, who finds out that you don't smoke weed, suddenly becomes a fucking weed salesman. And it becomes this weird, like they try to like psychologically trick you into smoking weed. Or they do this thing where it's like, oh, dude, like, you had a sativa, man. You needed an indica. And then I look back and I'm like, oh, no, I was 16. I tried them all. No, dude, maybe you need a hybrid. No, I'm pretty sure I tried smoking weed 10 to 20 times, and all 10 to 20 times, I didn't enjoy it. Nah, dude, you got to smoke my weed. That's the difference. If you smoke my weed, then you're going to, like, what happened to you? Like, why didn't you like it? I just didn't like it. Why, dude? Did you get paranoid? No, I didn't get paranoid. I just fucking didn't like it. Why? Did you get, like, sleepy? It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. I don't like it. I'm not interested. I don't care. Can you imagine if fucking meth was like that? Can you imagine if maybe they are like that. I know a lot of people who do mushrooms are super fucking hyped to tell you about mushrooms and acid. Anyone who's ever done mushrooms and acid, as soon as they find out you haven't done it in the past 48 hours, they have to immediately tell you about their dumbass trip. But can you imagine if meth was like that? Dude, you don't smoke meth? Nah, I don't like it, man. It's like ruined my family, and I've seen it really destroy lives. Nah, dude, did you do, like, was it blue or white? Because they have different effects. I really don't care what color the meth is, man. I don't really want to try it. Nah, dude, fucking whatever you tried before, man, you got to try my meth, bro. It's totally different, man. You can sleep on it. You can eat on it. It makes you have insane physical strength. You're probably going to want to get naked. You shake a lot, but it's easy to, like, stay chill as long as you're around a group of people you like, dude. It's the new meth. And you're like, nah, I'm cool. And then it becomes like you get this weird snooty look at you like, wow, this guy really doesn't want to smoke weed. Wow, cool guy over here. Cool guy doesn't want to try the meth. Okay, excuse me for trying to make your life better. Always weed people are like that. I don't fucking understand it. And now you get CBD involved. We're not even talking about the article anymore. You get CBD involved and like, oh, dude, fucking the CBD and the joints and the weed and it doesn't get you high. You can put it on your food. You can put it on your leg. You can put it in your skin. You can snort it. You can throw it in your ear. You can drop it into your eye, dude. CBD, fucking amazing, dude. And you're like, I don't really feel like snorting it or dropping it into my eye. Well, wow, okay, Mr. fucking cool guy wants to have bad joints when he gets old. Okay, scared of you. Oh, I have every Xbox game. Anyways, let's go ahead and read the article. Cannabis consumption lounges could come to the city of Las Vegas as soon as the end of the year. On Wednesday, Las Vegas became the first city in the state of Nevada to allow marijuana social use lounges. Now, this is big news because, to my understanding, you're not allowed to smoke weed anywhere but your own home. So you can't smoke weed at the bar. You can't smoke weed at the bowling alley. You can't smoke weed on the airplane. You can't smoke weed anywhere but your own domicile, as I was once told. So having somewhere where you can go out and hang out with a bunch of other people smoking weed legally is probably like the thing to do. Now, the weed smokers, they no longer have to prey on the non-smokers. They no longer have to tell these dumbass stories. Now they can go to the weed lounge and tell all their dumb fucking stories about how high I was on this hybrid the other day, dude. It was fucking 32% indica, dude, 9% sativa, dude, and 3% salvia. And dude, I was so high, bro. I was high and low, and dude, I looked at my alarm clock, dude, and turns out I was actually a baked potato. So, dude, we gotta fucking try it. And you have a place where all these people can hang out together and talk about that shit. So it's great. Love Exodor says, so basically they're gonna do what Amsterdam does. Yeah, as far as I understand, that's gonna be a thing. So I'm wondering what the insides of this places are gonna look like. I can imagine a bunch of like Sublime posters and Bob Marley fucking draped over the windows, bullshit like that. But they might also, if you guys know Las Vegas, they do a lot of upscale shit. So they're probably gonna do these really nice, like, oh, smoke weed, but you can also get like 30-year-old aged scotch, and you can get this weed that was once touched by Gandhi for only $900 per gram. They're probably gonna do some really cool shit in there. And maybe have some games, video games and weed. I feel like, I'm not a weed smoker, but video games and weed go together. So you get one of these gaming lounges. So combine a gaming lounge and a weed lounge. And dude, $1 million idea. Thank you in advance. Give me some of your money when you guys become millionaires. Whatever. Cool idea. I'm not against it. I think people should be allowed to smoke weed if they want to smoke weed. But keep that shit away from me. Isn't that what like homophobes say, right? They're like, yeah, dude, gays can get married or whatever. Like, I don't have no problem with gays. Don't fucking hit on me, dude. Nah, that shit ain't fucking cool, man. Don't fucking do it. Cause I don't fucking swing that way, dude, bro. Get this. Rabble. So, I feel like that's how I feel about weed smokers. Listen, man, go to your fucking lounge, smoke your weed, keep that shit away from me, dog. Don't try to get me on some fucking weed, hybrid indica, whatever the fuck you're talking about. Quit it. Blah. Anyways, it's gonna be a lot of money. Probably they're gonna tax the shit out of it, and it'll make a lot of money for Las Vegas, and it'll make a lot of people happy. So what's wrong with that? Except the vegetarians. Oh man, I'm worried about how they're treating the weed, because weed is a plant that has life. It breathes. It's part of the earth, and when you smoke the weed, you're burning it alive. You're burning it alive. How would you like if I came to your house and burned your mother alive? You wouldn't like it, but it's okay to fucking burn weed? You guys disgust me. Next article. Las Vegas Uber drivers can get free college tuition because that's what they need. Uber drivers. Come on now. Las Vegas Uber drivers. Oh, did I say Uber drivers? I meant most Las Vegas drug addicts can now get an undergraduate degree with tuition fully covered by the rideshare company. Now, when Uber first came out, I took a couple of Ubers. I'll admit it. And there were some upstanding citizens in there driving me around. But my last few Uber experiences have been, number one, terrifying. And number two, I feel like Uber's the new job when you can't get a job, right? I don't know if there's an interview process. I feel like there's probably not, because a lot of these Uber drivers stink. They're weird. They talk about weird shit. They're awkward. Talk too much. They look like they wouldn't have a job. And it's weird. I don't know. How are they going to get fucking college degrees in what? Math? Oh, in a release sent Wednesday, Uber says the Wednesday. Why is Wednesday twice in this? Why is this 2 Wednesdays in one sentence? In a release sent Wednesday, Uber said the Wednesday launch of the Uber Pro program. How many Ubers and Wednesdays can we fit in one fucking sentence? It makes it harder for me to read. Okay, start again. In a release sent Wednesday, Uber said the Wednesday launch of the Wednesday Uber Pro program. There's 2 pros, right? The Pro program? Jesus. In a release sent Wednesday, Uber Wednesday said Wednesday launch of Pro program. Uber Wednesday will allow eligible Wednesday drivers to Uber complete courses for a pro undergraduate program degree through Arizona Uber State University's online fucking Wednesday program tuition free. Bitch, I hate this. Who wrote this article? Elaine Emerson, you can eat my fucking dick. Drivers can also transfer tuition coverage to their spouse, domestic partner, child, sibling, parent, legal guardian, or dependent. Now that's pretty cool. So if you're a parent that drives for Uber, you can now give your tuition to your kid. That's amazing. I've heard back in the day, in the good old days, I knew someone who worked at Starbucks, and they said Starbucks was paying for them to go to college, and I didn't really believe it. And then I lost touch with that person. I wonder if they graduated. Maybe I'll never know. But maybe Uber's following that shit. Starbucks makes $1 billion zillion per fucking year anyways, right? So Uber's really popular now. They can afford it, especially because they don't pay their drivers shit. The Uber Pro program, oh my God, I hate you, is available to drivers with low cancellation rates, a minimum 4.85 rating, and a completion of 3,000 lifetime trips. So you think about it, you probably get about 15 trips a day. I don't have my calculator handy, but you could get free fucking college after, what, a half year of doing Uber? That's amazing. I'm down with it. As soon as we stop calling it the Wednesday Uber Pro program, then I'm going to really jump on board because this is amazing. Eligible drivers can choose from more than 80 undergraduate degrees. I feel like that fucking kid in grade school who can't fucking read and everyone's giggling at him. Eligible drivers can choose from more than 80 undergraduate states degrees, different English course. Pick someone else. Different. Just got a flashback. Different English language courses tailored to their skill level, or receive a certificate in entrepreneurship. In addition to the two. God damn it, dude. Who writes the? It's like a rap. In addition to the tuition, beneficiation, Uber Pro drivers will also be eligible for 5% cash back with the Uber Visa debit card, faster airport pickups at select airports, priority support, and free dent repair, according to the release. Uber said eligible drivers will receive 25% off standard car maintenance. Holy shit, guys. I'm having a really hard time talking with this fucked up voice, but that's good. Good on Uber for helping out the people. I dig it. Pick somebody else, teacher. I'm done reading your bullshit. No more teachers, no more books, no more dirty looks, you dumb bitch. Now we talk about my life. Something amazing happened. Again, I explained it earlier. Remember in Dennis the Menace, there's that one flower that only blooms once every 10 years, and Dennis the Menace fucked it up? Well, that's what happened to me, except the flower was my asshole, and there was no Dennis the Menace to fuck up my good time. I was in my car getting some water because I wasn't feeling great. My friends were outside of my car because we were at this bar drinking. It was my friend Trent's going away party. So this bar, you're not allowed to go outside with your drink, but this bar is a little more relaxed, and it was filled with people. So they're out sitting on the curb having a drink. I'm in the car getting a quick water because something didn't feel right, and boy was I right. I felt a throw up happening, which shouldn't have surprised me because I went to a bar earlier down the street, and I actually walked out the door because I thought I was going to throw up. I ate something weird. I think it was maybe bad chicken or something, or bad taco. I don't know what it was, but whatever it was something that was going to cause me to throw up. So earlier in the night, I run outside. I think I'm going to throw up. Nothing happens. Okay, everything's cool. An hour goes by. Whole nother chapter of my life. I'm at another bar. Everything's cool. I go to my car to get some water. We're all drinking outside. Everything's fine. I lean out of my car. BARF. Thick, weird brown barf. Boom. I throw it all up right next to me, and it felt good. It wasn't one of those terrible barfs where you're sick and you're like, oh, the pain, barf, terrible. This was like, bleh. Oh man, I feel so much better now. Until I looked down at my pants and realized it was a little bit squishy in there. I threw up and shit my pants at the same damn time. At the same damn time. Something that rarely happens on Earth. Things of fairy tales. You can't make this kind of shit up. Okay, Lily thought I'd be embarrassed. Why would I be embarrassed about something so magical? All right, a lot of magical things in the world are a little bit gross, right? You ever seen a child being born? You ever see cancer being cured? Yeah, sometimes things that are good for the world are gross to the onlooker and the naked eye. But for me, I just accomplished something that may have been on my bucket list for years. So what did I do? I got up and you never know when you've shit your pants. You just kind of have like a little red alert, right? It's like a check engine light. It's like you don't know exactly what it means, but something's going weird like downstairs. So lucky for me, I've been on so many skateboard trips that I had some toilet paper in the car. So what I did, my car's parked here. There's another car parked next to me. I opened both doors. I opened my driver's door and then the backseat door, and I create this little wall, this little Donald Trump wall of doo-doo so no one can see my dick. I pull my pants down and I give it one wipe just to see what the damage is. And I'll tell you what, it was some damage. Not enough to touch the fabric of my jeans, but it definitely made my boxers a little damp. Okay, so I wiped my butt. I dropped the toilet paper on the ground in the parking lot, and then I go into the bathroom to further check the damage because I can't be out here with my dick and my balls swinging in the wind. Okay, it's on Smoke Ranch and Jones. A lot of cops go by there. They're gonna come by. They're gonna say, "What are you doing?" I'm gonna say my dick and balls are out. I'm drunk. My pants have shit on them. It's a real sticky situation, officer. It's not what it looks like, but it is. So I go into the bathroom. I look down. I say, oh, fuck, I gotta go home. Now, there wasn't actual shit on the boxers, but it was moist. So I'm thinking, you know when you see like a shit emoji or like a cartoon, there's that steam that comes off it? I'm thinking that maybe the poop steam might have dampened the boxer briefs. Maybe. I don't know exactly what happened. I'm not a scientist. Okay, but something happened to where there was some dampening on the actual boxer briefs. So I go out to the car again. My friends are still out there, like huddled up, like maybe laughing, giggling, whatever. And I say, hey, listen, guys, I gotta go home. My boxers are moist. And for some reason, obviously I had been drinking. I was drunk, guys. If no one knows the story, I was drunk. And they're like, why don't you just take your boxers off? And in my drunken stupor, I didn't realize that that was an option. They blew my mind. They gave me some fucking secret information that had been written by the Aztec Mayans that I would have never unlocked without the help of my friends. So then I thought, well, yeah, why don't I just fucking take off my boxers? Took off my shit boxers. I hid them under a minivan. Fucking minivan. And then I went on with my night. Hung out, had a few more drinks. Went home about 4 or 5 in the morning. Trent had a great going away party, and I had a great story that I could not wait to share with you guys. This happened on Friday. That was the last time I did a podcast. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that on podcast day, later that day, after we had our laughs, we had our news stories, we had our trivia question, that I would go on to throw up and shit my pants at the same time. It's like when they go back to those NBA players, they go to their first grade teacher, and the first grade teacher's like, well, I never thought he would be an NBA player. That's amazing. He was a creative boy. That's basically what you guys are. You guys and me hung out that day. Unbeknownst to you, I would go on to achieve greatness. And I did it in front of you guys, and I'm here to report it. For some reason, Lily thinks the whole story is embarrassing. She was looking at my friends. She was like, why aren't you guys making fun of him? And they're just like, I don't know, shit happens, man. It's funny. I think maybe it's a man thing. Maybe men can appreciate Sometimes things that make me laugh in funny situations, like a funny situation's happening, I'm not laughing at it because it's funny. I'm laughing at the thought of retelling the story later. And that was part of what made the whole thing fucking hilarious to me, is all I could imagine is like, dude, tomorrow, the next day, every time I run into one of my friends who doesn't know the story, I'm going to tell them the story. Nay, not just the story, the poem, the tale, the lore of the day I shit my pants. Fade to black. Oh, man. Yeah, everybody missed out. Oh, and then the next day I texted Tex because I think we had eaten at the same place. I was like, hey, did you shit your pants? And he just wrote a question mark. He had no idea what I was talking about. And then I told him the story a little bit later. So that happened. It was a great time. Speaking of shitting your pants, I had some real liquid doo-doo today. And I'll tell you why. I just started drinking a brand new beer called Natural Light Naturdays. What is that? This is not a paid advertisement, but it's a strawberry lemonade beer. It tastes pretty weird, but if you get it really cold, it tastes almost like something that's not trash. So I drank a bunch of those last night as we were having one of the greatest drunken streams of all Twitch history. Smashed my elbow, fell off the couch. It was a great time drinking Naturdays. That's my new shit. I got probably 22 Naturdays left. So Tex, if you're in the chat room right now and you're going to come over later, it's fucking Naturday, goddammit. Same for you, Eastwood. Let's hang out. Let's do this. Friday? Fuck Friday, dude. It's Naturday. So I'll tell you the story of what happened. A couple weeks ago, I saw this 30-pack of Natural Light Strawberry Lemonade Naturdays, and I was thinking to myself, man, I should get that. And Lily was with me, and she's like, that looks stupid. Why would you ever want that? And I thought to myself, you know what, dude? Yeah, it kind of does look stupid, whatever. I kind of looked at it, and I walked away. But, like, as I walked away, I never lost eye contact with it. So it's like, as I turn the corner, I'm still looking at it, like, see if it will look back. And a couple of days later, I went to hang out with my friends Tommy and Ryan and Aaron, and they're like, yeah, we got these Naturdays, dude. They're fucking good. And I'm like, wow, that sounds cool. It's funny that that's the voice, too, because that sounded like a guy voice, but there's this chick named Girl Ryan, and that's how she talks. Yeah, dude, we got these Naturdays, dude, and they fucking tasted good, dude. So then I thought to myself, you know what? Next time I go to the store, I'm going to get that case, the same one that was looking back at me. I went back the next day. No Naturdays to be seen. It was not Naturday. It was not Naturday. It was a sad day, R.I.P. A fucking single tear, glistening, fell down my cheek. And by the time it hit ground, a strawberry splashlet popped up because of how sad I was that I couldn't get the strawberry Naturdays. So I went on with my life for a few days. Things began to pick back up to normal day's work, and I begun to stop thinking about the Naturdays until recently I went to Smith's. Some of you may call it Kroger. Some of you may call it Ralph's. Whatever you call it, I moseyed on in there, just getting over my Naturday depression, and I saw it looking right back at me. A half ripped open 30-pack of Naturdays, every beer still intact, only $16, and by God damn it, I went in there and I paid for it. Damn Lily to hell. She was with me and she said, you're not going to seriously get that, are you? God damn it, I am a man. And I choose my own destiny, woman. So I picked that bitch up, all fucking 13 pounds of beer, walked it up to the register, showed him my ID, and I walked out of there a proud man. Got home, popped one open, had a drink. It was slightly warm, so I said, ugh, gross. Why did I spend all this money? Lily was right. And then I went on with my day thinking I had made a grave mistake, but nay, over the next 24 hours, something magical happened. The beers, the internal temperature went down until it reached what I would call critical mass. And last night, I got on there and I said, you know what? Everybody deserves a second chance in life. So I popped open another cold Naturday, and the moment the strawberry lemonade touched my lips, I was in Shangri-La. I high-fived fucking Buddha. Gandhi was at my left. Jesus was at my right. I waved at Muhammad because I had entered the the world of legends. And they all looked at me and we had a cheers. Except they used different languages. I said cheers. They were saying some weird shit with a bunch of like noises. So I didn't know what was happening. And I had a drink and I finished that drink. God damn it. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to go on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle and I'm going to stream, brother. And stream I did. And thanks to the Naturday, we had one of the most successful drunken streams we've had in a long time. And that would have never been possible without the Naturday. So if you're listening at home or if you're watching this live, give me a oh, hell yeah for the Naturday. And that's the bottom line. So they're making a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. And I guess there's a lot of controversy about it because Sonic's eyes didn't look right. Now, I knew a lot of people that said the Sonic the Hedgehog movie would be dumb because you shouldn't have a CGI Sonic movie because the series is 2D platform on Genesis. It's not going to make sense. Or if you are going to do it, it has to be like Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon. It was on early weekend mornings. A lot of people were upset about that. But when I saw the trailer, I said to myself, you know what? Jim Carrey's in there. Could be pretty good. I didn't see anything wrong with it. Now that I think back, Sonic did look a little bit creepy. So they're going to redesign his eyes to look like an actual Sonic. But again, this is a crazy story because the internet bitched enough that they changed the entire outcome of a fucking movie. All the internet did was bitch and moan and complain. And I don't condone this. Okay, I think this is a bad example for Americans and people in the world that if you bitch and moan about something, you might get something changed. But this is a situation where maybe it worked out. You have a movie that's probably already going to be pretty good, and maybe they made a couple of mistakes with the shape of Sonic the Hedgehog's face. Now they've changed it, and now you have what might end up being either a masterpiece or a complete and total failure. But that's what makes it exciting, right? That's what makes life exciting. Not knowing how it's going to end, not knowing what's going to happen next. Sonic the Hedgehog, the pillar of what our life could become. So, enough for the happy stories. I have a really sad story that happened to me recently. On Sunday, I lost my internet, and I didn't have internet until Wednesday. Now you think to yourself, well, that's okay. You got to go enjoy nature. You got to go out and learn how to talk to other human beings. Yeah, you would think that. Except everything I do for my job involves needing internet. So I had a project that I had to do for somebody else. I could not do that project. And even if I did get that project done, I was not able to send it back to that person. So I lost that job momentarily. Also, I have 4, sometimes 5 videos that go up on YouTube. I guess one of them being this video, which, by the way, live podcast, I definitely need internet to do that. You know how boring it would be for me to just do a internet podcast without having the live chat here to hype me up? It'd be boring. I don't know how people do it. You guys are living in the past. Joe Rogan, fucking lame. You got to do it with people here chatting. Actually, I think he does do it like that, but I'm just saying I did not want to do that, and I was really scared about it. So I called up the ISP. I said, hey, y'all need to fix my shit. They said, we're going to give you a free modem. I said, cool. Gave me the modem. It was raining the next day. Drove through the rain. Treacherous flooding always happens here because Las Vegas is like a big valley where all the rainwater goes. So I'm driving through this fucking Vietnamese fucking war zone rivers, mudslides, going crazy. I get over there. I get the modem. I get it home safely. I plug it in. Same problem. Still no internet. Oh, I call them back and I say, hey, my internet's not working. Still. I made it seem like I was going to say something angry, but you can't be talking to those motherfuckers like that because you piss somebody off, they'll turn your shit off forever. And they'll just be like, I didn't know what happened. I flipped the wrong switch. My bad. So they say, we can't do anything from here. We got to send a tech out there. We got to send somebody out there to fix your shit. And I say, okay, cool. Send them out immediately. They go, we can't send them out till Monday. That's 48 hours. How am I going to not have a job for 48 hours? I need money. I need donations. By the way, guys, if you donate here on Twitch, I will be reading all the donations and follows at the end of the podcast. So get your fucking wallets ready. If you like that Naturday story, if you respect a man who shits his pants and throws up and talks about it, then maybe a little bit of compensation is in order. It's not required, but it's greatly appreciated. Anyways, back to the story. I had no fucking internet. And then I just woke up on Wednesday and internet just came back. Nothing changed at all. No wires got changed. Didn't fuck with anything on my computer. Nothing changed. Just magically happened. And it leads me to believe that maybe these fucking people who work at the ISP, maybe they don't know what the fuck is going on. Maybe they have no idea. Does anybody? Do any of us? We're all just a couple of random organisms just floating through life anyways. Last story of the day. I don't know if you guys saw the viral Facebook and Instagram video of some guy punching out 3 skateboarders, and then the 4th skateboarder comes by and truck slaps this guy right in his fucking skull, cuts his head open, knocks him out. I wanted to talk a little bit about that because what I saw, the way that I interpret it was a little bit different than some other people. So I saw Doug Desautel's posted about it, and I feel like we had a little bit of disagreement on what happened. So the video starts out showing a teenager and a grown man arguing about something. And the teenager puts his own hand to his own fist and sort of like mockingly punches himself as if to say, hit me, motherfucker, hit me. So then that man did exactly what he wanted. He fucking punched him, knocked him down to the ground, bam. Another guy comes up and he says, listen, motherfucker, like that was my friend. You can't fucking hit him. Why don't you fight me, motherfucker? He's a minor. I'm not a fucking minor. Boom, knocks him out. Okay, now up until this point, I think everything is fair and square. Okay, I don't care if you're a skateboarder. You go up to somebody acting crazy and they fucking out crazy you, or you go out there talking that shit and you can't hang out in the kitchen. You can't handle it. It's too hot for you and you get fucked up. That's life. Okay, nobody died. Nobody fucking even got really knocked out. You just got knocked down. You're embarrassed. You look stupid now. Good, you earned it because you doing this shit, pretending you're gonna punch yourself, is not making nobody scared. If you guys remember that shit on Jersey Shore, when that guy mic'd the situation, talking all that shit, went to headbutt a wall and knocked his own self out. Hey, that's the way life works sometimes. So the first 2 people that got punched, I was totally cool with. Even though they were skateboarders, hey, that's life. Then a 3rd kid came up. And the 3rd kid actually wasn't doing anything, really. He wasn't talking shit from what I saw and what I heard. Okay, it is kind of a blurry video, whatever. But from what I saw, the 3rd kid wasn't really doing shit. He was just worried about his friends. That kid gets punched, knocked down. So now I'm really confused because the first 2, I'm like, good for you, motherfucker. Yeah, fuck them skateboarders up. Fucking pussy-ass skateboarding kids, fuck you. Then the 3rd kid, he's not doing anything. He just walks up and he's like, dude, those are my friends. Chill out. Boom, he gets knocked. Now that's where I take offense. Okay, at this point, you just hit a dude who didn't want to fight. Didn't we just talk about this earlier today in the podcast? You hit a guy who didn't want to fight, and now you're going to fucking pay. So now another kid comes around the corner, truck slaps this fucking guy, right, direct, perfect hit. The kingpin touched this guy's fucking oblongata. Perfect, direct fucking heat-seeking missile. Boom, the noise. Oh, it's the noise that only a truck slap could make. Boom. Aluminum. Right on your fucking skull. Probably may have hurt his skull pretty bad. Might have cracked his brain a little bit. Guy falls down, starts bleeding, and now, only now the crowd goes wild. What are you doing? What's going on? You can't do that. What's that? I'm thinking to myself, why did nobody fucking care when this grown man punched a fucking minor, then punched another skateboarder, then punched an innocent skateboarder? Now you motherfuckers care? I always think about it like this, man. And this is how everybody always changes their mind. I'm going to give you guys a metaphor, something that I've gone over in my head millions of times before. Let's say you're at a bar and you're fighting a guy one-on-one. Let's say it goes out to the parking lot, you're fighting a guy one-on-one for whatever reason it is. Maybe you spilled a drink, or maybe you guys disagree on something, or maybe you guys had some beef from back in the day. You go out there, you're fighting one-on-one. It's going good, right? You guys are getting your licks in, nobody's going overboard, you're fighting, and then suddenly 2 of his buddies come over. Boom, they jump in. You find yourself getting kicked or whatever. Now it's 3 against 1. Okay? My weird fucking theory is, as soon as you pull out a pistol, everybody goes, whoa, 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 not fair, not fair, not fair. And I know this is not the greatest metaphor, but suddenly things got even, right? It was okay when it was 3 against 1, but now that it becomes me and a pistol against 3, now it becomes not fair. Like, it's really funny how people change up so quickly. Like, whoa, 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 chill out, dude, it's not like that. It's like, wait a minute, you guys were all fighting one guy, and now that he has the upper hand that you once had, now everybody needs to chill. It's one of those weird things where it's like people just change up real quick. And that's kind of the vibe I got from that video. I'm really losing my voice now, guys. That's the vibe I got from that video. You guys can look it up. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts after you watch the video. Do not get that video confused with the homeless guy at the subway knocking out security guards. If you guys just type in skateboard fight truck slap, you can probably find it on YouTube. And I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on at what point do you think it went too far? Do you think it got out of hand? Or do you think everything's fair and square? Because at the end of the video, I think it's one of those things where it's like, hey, that's the circle of life, all right? It's a little bit violent. It's a little bit ugly at times. But at the end of the day, everybody probably learned a lesson. And as long as nobody died, I'm cool with it. Although Varial Reality earlier in the chat said somebody might have died. So if that's the situation, then I don't fucking know how I feel. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you guys today for the podcast. I greatly appreciate you guys for hanging out. Can't get enough of you guys for showing up live every Friday right around 3:30 Pacific time. If you showed up late, then don't worry. The podcast comes out on Sunday on iTunes, on Podbean, and more. First, go ahead and give me a hell yeah. Second, I have one last trivia question. Cinco de Mayo's coming up, okay? And we always call it the Mexican Independence Day. But what they're actually celebrating is some military victory that they had way back in the day. I don't know exactly who, and I don't know exactly where, but if you want a chance to win a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack shipped directly to you if you live in the United States, tell me what year is the holiday Cinco de Mayo, the battle that happened. What year did that battle happen, and why do we celebrate it now? Just give me the year. You guys can even Google it if you want to. First person who gets it right gets a Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack. I always appreciate you guys for being here. The support is awesome. I appreciate that some of you guys are going out there and telling a friend. If we could keep that up, definitely please do that. Share the links on Facebook when these videos come out. 1862 is what I have written down. 1862. Sony VX is the winner. Get at me on Instagram or Discord or whatever. If you guys get a chance, maybe you work in a warehouse or you know somebody who has a long ride to work, suggest the podcast to them. And that's the only way we can grow, by word of mouth, because we cannot rely on YouTube to spread the love anymore. We have to start doing that shit ourselves. I work hard out here. Oh my God. I work hard out here. Trying to entertain you guys day in, day out, every single week. So, as always, I appreciate the support. And if you guys have the time, maybe do your part and make this podcast and make this whole YouTube channel and this whole social media experience continue to grow. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend or a wonderful week. You guys can find me on Instagram at BlackNinjaLV. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube if you're not already, and I will see you bitches next time. Kuna Matata, goddammit, motherfucker, what? Go out and have yourself a goddamn Naturday.